All right, Matt back with another Drip Network video. Don't believe the lies. Now, at the end of the day, you just do your research and you come to the best conclusion you can. But you got to be careful what me or anyone says. But is Drip king? Just ask yourself that. A lot of bullish chats for Drip. That's the theme and thesis. And now people are trying to scramble to try to do something to help save Drip. But here, look at Crypto Kings, and this is on March 25th of 2023. His video says, buy as much Drip as possible. He was sick, and he didn't really talk in this video. It's a short, but saying buy as much Drip as possible on March. How did that went? Right here on March 25th, it was about 50 cents, and now it's down to 2 cents in just that short period of time, and obviously when you pull back. Now, the reality is most of the people that made money in Drip got in at this point in Drip's history, or they're like Stunna, or Stunna and Ray, both Crypto Mischief. Those guys, Crypto Kings, got in early, but it's people that got in early or people that built up big teams. Now, if you'd have bought here with a substantial amount, even if you DCA'd in, you would still be struggling to do very good. Now, when you look at Crypto Kings, there's no one more bullish on Drip than Crypto Kings. And now this is his latest video. When you go look at that, he's not even saying platforms I'm in. Animal Farm, Piggy Bank, Big Whale, Spark Swap, EMP Money Detonator, Crypto Kings Animal Farm merchandise, where you can buy stuff, his social medias. He's not even showing that he's in Drip anymore. Someone asking, what's going on with Drip? Is it going towards an end, Drip? And so here earlier this year he's saying buy as much Drip as possible. Now he said he's bullish on there. He can't own up and say that, and it's fine. Things change. You can change your mind on projects. We should be adapting. But at least I've seen on his videos, he says he's still bullish, except he can't make videos about it, and he's not saying it's a platform he's in. So, you can change your mind. I've never told anyone to buy stuff. I've said there's things I'm bullish on, but I've never said to buy as much of anything as possible. And when you look at the chart, Drip's been in a free-for-all because there's the 1% obligation of the faucet, and that just keeps growing like crazy. You can see pigs are down to $15. They're getting hammered right now. And I know DeFi Gardner brought up that there's a movement where they're trying to get people to send pigs to a wallet. And that's the whole thing is and another, I think, lie is, okay, why did the pig farm, the animal farm get paused for 6 or 7 months? Because people say that Forex Shark takes his time, everything's bulletproof. And why did they have to pause it if everything was bulletproof? Now, the reality is when you look at his previous projects prior to Drip, they look something like this. And, he did bring some of the tokens like the REAP token and the BR34P token and tried to give them utility with the DAO, and then trying to give it so that if you want to have referrals and Drip, you have to use a BR34P token. So he didn't give up on the tokens. Those projects kind of got sunset. Now, is V3 Animal Farm just going to save the day with the range optimization that, some people think that is not going to be the big hit that everyone else thinks? And so at this point, you look back, Scratchy, it was done right here, an older video, and you could spend more time really trying to dig it up, April 16th. Right here, you can see that new UI is done and will be released in coming months. It'll look like Charles Schwab, and we all know that they changed up and went to a new UI that took a long time. And so part of it is, and the scratch tickets were apparently almost done, or who knows, the scratch tickets were getting, a lot of hype back then. And see, I think that's what Forex doesn't know, is everyone thinks he's this genius. No doubt he's a smart guy, but there was when Crypto Kings made this video back here in April of last year, if you look at the price in April, is April 16th or whatever, you're still looking at a $35 Drip. So that's a completely different place than a 2-cent Drip. And so a maxed wallet means a lot more back then. And so when you look at that, you can see too that it did kind of come back a little bit there, just a little bump up. There was momentum still, like, okay, there was downtrend, but there was some momentum. and a new UI, if the scratch tickets were ready, then I do think the scratch tickets might be more of a boost than Triple D. Something about Triple D just doesn't seem that cool and fun, where a scratch ticket is you get that NFT scratch ticket and then you're playing right away to see if you're a winner. So it's more of instant gratification. So I think you just got to be careful. I just think you should be careful of trying to be exit liquidity for people in these projects. When you look at all the projects right now, they're all down. Drip has been hammered. Pigs is down. And so if Animal Farm V3 is going to be the greatest thing since sliced bread, shouldn't people be excited trying to buy in? And you have the dogs token with the heavy tax, and so that's my 2 cents. I think that you got to be careful. I think that there's people right now that potentially that really believe. I think there's different schools of thought. I think some people think that it's dying, and if they can pull some money out, they can. I think there's some people that really believe that there's a possibility you can turn this ecosystem around. And most people maybe even think that, okay, Drip might be really tough to get turned around, but Animal Farm is different and it's going to rebound. And so who knows? But really right now, a lot of people probably bought pigs back here and it just went down, getting hammered. Overall it's down 81%, and that's only from right here. If you go to its all-time high, it's down even further. And so I think you just got to be careful. I think DeFi is a risky place in general. And, I put my money in. I did a little DCA. It didn't really work out with Drip. I'm not mad. I made my moves. And I hope it turns around for the people that really have bigger bags than me. I put 5,000 in between the Drip garden and the Drip faucet. No one's talking about the garden. Hardly anyone's even talking about Drip now, and some of it's migrating over to Animal Farm. That's all that. Well, Crypto Kings is talking about a couple other projects, but in the ecosystem of Forex Shark, he's only talking about Animal Farm. I think you just got to be careful. Don't be someone else's exit liquidity. And if it's going to be as great as everyone thinks, you don't have to get in at the first moment. Say this Animal Farm V3, don't have to. If Ape's in, if it's going to be the greatest thing ever that's existed in DeFi, then it should be going up for years to come. You shouldn't have to jump in right at the first second. And all these projects need people to jump in from the outside. How many people are going to be dying in to jump into a chart that looks like this? Most people aren't looking to die. There's also another lie is that we're in a bear market, and maybe it's the later stage of a bear market. Who knows? Maybe the bear market goes another year. But Bitcoin is up from its all-time, or the bottom of the bear market. And so also another lie is that you can go and look at say Bitcoin Cash. Now who knows what the future of Bitcoin Cash is, but there's also people saying in Drip, we're in a bear market. Once the bull market comes by, then it's going to be game on. And maybe it is. I hope, for the people in it, I hope it is. But when you look at Bitcoin Cash, it never fully recovered. And when you look at, so it got a high back in 2017. And then if you look at the last bull run, it had one top. So it went up to 1,300, because you basically had the May top in 2021. And then you had the September, October top, or November, whatever it was, that November, December, you kind of had that late year top. So Bitcoin we'll go take a look at Bitcoin here in a second. Actually, we'll just pop over here to Bitcoin and look at that. So not every project is gonna recover in the next bull run. That's just a fact. See, here we go. We got, I guess it was more like April and then November. So this one, it peaked a little bit different time than Bitcoin, but Bitcoin Cash may never go back above 1,300. Maybe it does, but it maybe never go back to all-time highs. So the moral of the story is just because you enter another bull run. So here in theory, Bitcoin went to all-time highs in the 2021 bull run, and it did a double top. Bitcoin Cash never went back to all-time highs. It went far from it, $1,300 versus, $34,000 almost. And then it only had a one top, and maybe it never goes back over that, $1,300. So here, if you go to CoinMarketCap history and you go to kind of November, I think of 2017, it was kind of close to the bull run there. So here we are. We're going to take a look at the historical snapshot on December 31st, 2017. Not quite the top of the bull market for that bull run, but close. And you can look at, XRP never made it back over because of the lawsuit. But you see Bitcoin Cash, I was just talking about that. But you can go down to some of these and let's just say Neo, QTUM. Let's just look at these two for example. So this QTUM was $62. Now it's $6. Did it go back above its high? In this last bull run, it did okay, but it never went back above its high. You know, that's one that actually did a single top and actually came back okay. Let's look at QTUM. QTUM was $60 back then. It went back up, but it didn't. It had the kind of a single top there, and it only went to $26. And who knows? Maybe it never goes back above that. Some people think Bitcoin might be looking at a $70,000 to $100,000 range on the next bull run. So I don't know what that means for these, but I'm sure you can go down to a lot of the others ones. Verge, I've never even heard of Verge. Let's see what Verge did. It looks like you can't even. Okay, I guess it's. So here's Verge, and that bull run, Verge hit 22 cents. It did go back up, and then it's never really recovered. So some of these projects will never be the same, and there'll be some, like if you look at Brian Legend's projects, Clever DeFi, and there's some that just CoinMarketCap's not even tracking, and you can dig those up on your own. But there's going to be some projects that were around in 2018 that just didn't even make it to where they're being tracked on CoinMarketCap. So moral of the story is do your own research, come to your own conclusion, and there's going to be narratives, and maybe those narratives are right, maybe those narratives are wrong, but I think you got to be careful in DeFi, and I think you want to be careful in the Forex Shark ecosystem. That's my 2 cents. Hope it works out for everyone. Right here, Fish Lizard, I know that he's considered a big fudder on here. He just says, remember, decentralized means contracts can't be changed, altered, replaced, or manipulated. P.S. The contracts for Animal Farm dogs just got replaced. We are the only platform to be truly decentralized. He's just laughing. And if you look at Binance Smart Chain, is actually not very decentralized. When you need to have 10,000 BNB to be a validator, there's only like 26 or less, or there's only like 50 or 26 accounts that even have that many BNB. Probably most of them are Binance, so it's not a very decentralized chain. And really, Drip ecosystem is not decentralized finance in name only. So thanks for watching and have a good day.